So let's talk about million-dollar personal branding strategy number 3, attributes. What is it? Attributes. What are attributes? Quality. What are attributes? You got the answer. Traits? Characteristics, yes. Yes, so attributes. All those things, okay? Branding is all about attributes. It's all about what? Attributes. An attribute is any characteristic that is attractive or beneficial to your target market. Attributes can be age, height, skill, ethnic background, personality type, education, profession, specialty, or anything else. All about attributes. All about attributes. So let's do a little group exercise here, okay? And I want you to list the top 5 reasons why you think your clients like to work with you. And after all the reasons, what do you think is the most compelling reason? And this would be a leading attribute in a moment. We'll talk about that. Should be used as the core message driving all your brand. So think of 5, and I want you to pick one that you believe is the most compelling, okay? Go for it. Who's got a good one? Who's got a good one? Who's got a good one? Ali, yes. Go to the mic.
Hi, my name is Ali.
Hi, Ali.
I love this game. Not a game, it's discovery. I just discovered. Really? I love it. I keep writing different, reasons why people start working with me. I'm in the web development. I do e-commerce websites, and because I have this point of sale, background, I'm working with retailers in different industry. Okay, I'm saying, which one is the biggest things that they want to work with me? And I come up with this, is that I can understand the technology needs in a brick and mortar stores. That's the reason they want to work with me. Because those guys are not technical, but I'm technical and I understand them. And
so I'm a brick and mortar kind of a business owner. Usually if I hire a tech guy, I don't understand what they're talking about. They don't understand what I'm talking about. But they come to you because you understand me and my language and my needs, right?
Yes, I can eliminate all those gaps they have in technology.
Yes, and then you make it easy for me. So even though I don't understand the technical jargons, I can still do what I want to do, yes? Very nice, round of applause. So if I was Ali, I would make that my core message. Very clear. Who I serve, retail owners, and if a retail owner who wants to take their products online without all the technical mumbo jumbo, right? That's a pretty good tagline. You got to refine that a little bit, flesh it out, but it's pretty good. Give me one more, just one more. Why do people do business with you? What's the leading attribute?
Trust.
Yes, one. Yes. Yeah.
My name is Julia Tudor, and I help.
No, not so fast. My name is
Julia Tudor.
Hi, Julia. Yeah.
So I help people create profitable businesses online. So
Yes.
whether they have a brick and mortar business, or they want to do, if they want to monetize their passions. The reason why they want to work with me is because I have a system that can take the average person that knows nothing about online marketing,
Okay.
and how to plug it into a system and a leadership to actually create a profitable presence. But the cutting edge, I have to say, is because I've been doing sales for about 8 years. So I know everything there is to know about direct sales, from B2B to door-to-door to running campaigns. So I know how to bridge the online marketing world with the real world. And I think that's the main gap, because there's a lot of people that get kind of stuck behind the computer and they don't have that human-to-human interaction. So if you add that human-to-human interaction, you know how to have the social strategy for that, then your revenue would be able to increase significantly.
Yeah, so bridge from offline to online. So we can make that more powerful if we say, Julia, let's specialize in whatever industry. That even adds more punch, more power to it, versus anyone who wants to do it, right?
I'm still working on
that's okay.
the niche market,
Yeah.
but it's basically taking, I have to say more so creating a personal brand for yourself. So I'm in the personal.
No. See, that's a whole different thing.
Right? So
Right?
That's where
Like from offline, personal brand, bridge online. So if I was you, who needs personal brand the most? I could tell you, service professionals.
Right.
who are in some kind of a crowded, commodity-based kind of marketplace, such as a mortgage broker, such as a consultant, such as a coach. So from there to, it's very different, right? Just like Mila, spiritual entrepreneur. If you have no clue what spiritual entrepreneur is, not the market. If we gotta,
it's actually narrow
yeah.
the niche.
Yeah.
So.
Round of applause. Well done. So what do you want to be known for? Attributes. Usually, if I talk to one of your closest friends, I would say, describe him or her for me. They will have certain words. He's reliable. She is trustworthy. She's a good friend. She's hardworking. Whatever those attributes are. So what do you want to be known for? And then we talked about this. What do you want to be known as? Okay, your tagline, the 2-3 words. What do you want to be known for? What do you want to be known as? What do you want to be known for? What do you want to be known as? Let me give you an example. What I am known for. Okay, successful entrepreneur in multiple industries, not just one. Not just one. And I want you to look at this and observe this for a second, okay? And see, for those of you who know me, see if that's pretty bang on. Yeah? Okay. Unbelievable work ethics and don't tolerate mediocrity. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Straightforward and blunt. Use of profanity. Yes or no? Hell yes. Okay. Unconventional and sometimes outrageous. Yes. Okay. Not always easily accessible. In control of my time. Very much so. Not caring what other people think. I wrote a book called F You Money. Yeah. Like, that's one of my brand. How could I care what people think if I wrote the book? Yes? Okay. Speak from experience, not textbook, been there and done that. Yes? Okay. Relentless marketer walks the talk, not just teaching you about marketing or personal branding. Am I doing it myself? Yes. All the time. Okay, walks the talk. Advocate for entrepreneurship, mentor to thousands of entrepreneurs. Yes? So, is it what I'm known for? Yes. What are some of the things that I'm known for that maybe not here? Help me out. I want to do a survey.
Red suit.
Red suit? Good. Okay. What else? Actually, I'm going to talk about the red suit in just a moment. But good, yes. Sense of humor? Yeah. Okay, to kind of make the boring subject a little bit more interesting. Okay, sense of humor, yes.
Great speaker.
Great speaker. Okay, so my communication skill or teaching style. Give me one more. Humility. Humility, good, good.
VEG.
VEG, yes.
Assertive.
Assertive, yes. So why do you know these things? Because I make sure you know these things. I'll say that again. Why do you know these things? Because I make sure you know these things. And everything I do, keep reinforcing the message. My behaviors are congruent with what I'm known for. My question is your behavior congruent to what you want to be known for? Is your behavior congruent with what you want to be known for? If you want to be known for to be a successful person, well, do you dress for success? Do you look successful? Do you communicate with confidence and power? Just think about it. For those of you who know me, in person, I actually use less profanity. For those of you who know me, my inner circle, false or true? Yes. Yeah. In person, I use less profanity. I use more profanity on stage because it's part of my personal brand. It's easy when I do that, it captures people's attention and it has an effect on people. It's like, ooh, damn, what did he just say? I can't believe he just said that. Good, because that has an effect. When I use one word of profanity, it accomplishes a couple of things. I don't give a shit what you think. It creates straightforward and blunt and unconventional. This guy sounds a little different. Does that make sense? Yes. Very, very intentional. Also, I like doing it sometimes. It's fun. Yes. It's called anger release. No, but yes. Sometimes not. So you could have multiple brands in different industries. So your personal brand, we talk about perception and projection, right? Their attribute is still who you are, but you take 2 or 3 things of who you are in certain niche, you amplify it. And then you take certain niche and you amplify it. So example, when I'm selling to audiologists, I'm not using profanity. I'm not using profanity because they're doctor type people, right? So I speak the language that they resonate with. But if I'm talking to entrepreneurs, business owners, I street smart kind of people, right? I use more profanity. People close to me, it's okay. My environment. But if I speak at somebody else's audience, I might tone it down a bit, yes? Because I don't know about their audience. But my audience are more forgiving, yes? They know that's my style, yes.
How do the audiences, they don't necessarily, if you're brand A and audience A and brand B and audience B, they don't cross.
They don't cross. And even if they do, it doesn't really matter. Because people like to pitch and hold you anyway. So whatever you project that personal brand in that niche. So example would be, say the people in the salon business expert, the salon owners, that niche, they see me as author of Lies Salon Owners Believe. They see me as in a certain way versus the FU Money reader, they see me in a different way. You read that book, I don't have profanity in that book. In the salon book. Question, yes?
Yeah, so does this mean that you specialize in different things as well?
Yes.
For example, you want to start up an IT business, you learn how to code. Is that?
Yes. So it's better off to specialize in just something. That's what I'm saying. And it could change. And a lot of this concern, objection, I'm telling you, just mental bullshit. You worry way too fucking much. Too much. You worry too much. You think people care so much about you? Don't kid yourself. You change your brand, all that, nobody noticed, really. So don't get too hung up on it. Yes.
So how do you do social media then? If you have multiple brands, how do you present your social media?
Completely fine. I have Salon Business Expert business page. I have VEG business page. I have my podcast Shoulders of Titan business page. I have my personal brand public figure page. It's very simple. That's great. Social media is so simple.
And what about Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter, I have my, again, same thing, right? My own personal. Twitter, I just lump into one. Makes it simple, right? Yeah.
10 times your finances, 10 times your business, 10 times your marketing, 10 times your life. Hit the subscribe button now.